The dark silence of space was suddenly broken by a distant flash of light. A massive warship appeared near the edge of a quiet star system. It moved slowly but with purpose, casting a long shadow across the stars. The ship belonged to an alien race known across the galaxy for their power and pride. Its captain, a tall figure with sharp eyes, watched the empty space before him, confident that nothing could stop his fleet. The aliens had heard stories about humans, a species considered primitive by many. They were known for their strange ways and old-fashioned technology. Yet humans had earned a fierce reputation. They were unpredictable, stubborn, and refused to be controlled. Still, the alien captain believed that his warship, armed with the latest weapons, could crush any human force. This mission would prove their superiority once and for all. Far away, on the opposite side of the star system, a small human spaceship prepared for battle. It looked old and worn, with scratches on its hull and a slow engine. To the aliens, it was an easy target. The human crew was small but focused. Their commander was calm but ready. He understood the danger, but trusted his people and their plan. The human ship approached the giant alien vessel, moving carefully through the darkness. Inside the alien ship, the crew laughed at the sight of the small ship. "They come to fight with toys," one officer said mockingly. The alien captain smiled, believing this would be a simple victory. They prepared their weapons, eager to show humans their true power. As the two ships drew closer, the human commander gave a quiet order. His crew moved quickly, activating strange devices hidden in the ship's core. These devices emitted soft blue lights, something the aliens' sensors did not detect. The human ship suddenly changed course, moving directly under the alien warship, where the blackness of space was deeper. The aliens were confused. Their instruments could not explain the strange movements. The human ship sent a short message. "You underestimate us. Prepare to be surprised." The alien captain frowned but remained confident. He signaled to open fire. The first blast of energy rushed toward the human ship. It glided through the attack without damage. The humans activated a shield that shimmered softly, blocking all attacks. Then, the human ship made its move. It launched a small probe toward a strange point near a dark, swirling spot in space. This spot was a black hole, a place where gravity was so strong that nothing could escape. The alien captain's eyes widened. "That is madness. That black hole will destroy us all," he shouted. His officers warned him that the humans were playing a dangerous game, but the captain refused to retreat. "We are strong. We will survive anything." The probe sent back data showing the black hole's unstable nature. It was not just a natural force, but something the humans had learned to control. The aliens had never seen such technology. The probe's small explosion near the black hole caused waves of energy to ripple through space, shaking the alien ship slightly. The human commander explained calmly, "We do not fight with brute force. We use our minds. You have the weapons, but we have the strategy." The aliens could not understand how humans had found a way to tame such a deadly power. Tension grew inside the alien warship. The captain ordered his crew to prepare for a new kind of attack. But the humans moved faster. Their ship deployed a large tractor beam, a device designed to pull heavy objects. The beam stretched far, reaching toward the alien vessel. The alien ship shuddered as the beam grabbed hold. The crew rushed to break free, firing every weapon they had. But the beam was too strong, holding them tight. The black hole nearby began pulling at the alien ship's edges. Panic spread among the alien officers. They realized their situation was worse than they thought. The human ship stayed calm. They increased the tractor beam's power. Slowly but surely, the alien warship started moving closer to the black hole. The crew inside the alien ship felt the pull, a force they had never experienced before. Some prayed to their gods. Others stared in disbelief. The alien captain struggled to keep control. "We will escape this trap," he vowed. But the black hole's gravity grew stronger, and the human tractor beam kept the ship locked in place. The alien officer's confidence faded. Outside the ships, the stars seemed to watch silently. The galaxy held its breath. This battle was unlike any before. It was a test of wit, courage, and determination. Humans showed that they were not just fighters, but masters of their fate. The human commander spoke to his crew quietly. "Hold steady. This is only the beginning." The crew nodded, ready to do whatever it took. They believed in their people and the strength of their minds. The alien warship drew closer to the edge of the black hole's event horizon, the point of no return. Time seemed to slow as the vast ship faced an uncertain fate. Inside, the alien captain's face showed fear for the first time. The small human ship floated nearby, a symbol of defiance and hope. It was a reminder that size and firepower were not always the most important things. The human spirit, their cleverness, and their willingness to take risks made them different. No one in that moment could predict the outcome. The galaxy waited for what would come next. Would the humans succeed in their bold plan, or would the alien warship break free and bring destruction? For now, the stage was set. The story of humans and aliens, power and strategy, survival and courage, had only just begun. The mysterious arrival of the alien warship and the quiet human ship would be remembered for ages as the moment when the unexpected happened. And in the silent dark between the stars, the first move had been made. The human ship floated near the swirling darkness of the black hole. Its small size hid the true power contained inside. The alien warship, still caught by the tractor beam, strained against the invisible force pulling it closer to the deadly void. Inside the human vessel, the commander stood calmly before his crew, his eyes steady and clear. He knew the aliens did not expect what was coming next. The humans had learned secrets others thought impossible. For years, their scientists studied black holes, those strange giants of space that swallowed everything without mercy. They found ways to use the strange forces around these holes, not to destroy, but to control. The black hole near them was not just a hazard, it was a weapon. "Activate the gravity field generators," the commander ordered softly. Blue lights flickered on the ship's panels, and machines hummed with growing strength. The crew worked in silence, their faces tense but focused. Outside, the black hole began to shift, responding to the human technology. The aliens watched nervously from their massive ship. They had never seen such control over space itself. Their sensors detected waves of power flowing around the black hole, bending space in ways they could not understand. The alien captain clenched his fists. He had assumed humans were weak, relying only on old weapons and simple tricks. He was wrong. A young alien officer spoke up. "Captain, they are using the black hole as part of their attack. This is beyond our experience." The captain's eyes narrowed. "Then we must adapt quickly. Prepare for countermeasures." The human ship moved closer to the trapped warship. The tractor beam tightened its grip, holding the enemy firmly in place. Humans did not panic or shout. Their calm was like a storm gathering strength. The commander spoke into the ship's communication channel, his voice steady and clear. "We offer you one choice," he said. "Surrender your ship or be lost in the black hole." The alien captain laughed, but it was forced and weak. "You threaten with destruction, yet we have survived countless battles. Your words do not scare us." The tension between the two ships grew. The alien crew scrambled to find a way to break the tractor beam. Their weapons fired, trying to cut the invisible ropes holding them. But the human shields were strong and precise, blocking every attack. Slowly, the alien warship began to inch closer to the black hole's edge. The humans had planned this carefully. Their technology harnessed the black hole's gravity without falling inside. They were the first in the galaxy to master such a delicate balance. This was not luck, but hard work, intelligence, and bravery. Inside the human ship, the science officer watched the readings closely. "Commander, the gravitational pull is increasing. The aliens are losing power fast." The commander nodded. "Good. Keep the beam steady. No sudden moves." The alien captain's face grew pale. His pride was shaken by the humans' control. His crew whispered fears among themselves, many doubting their chances now. The black hole was no longer just a threat. It was a trap closing around them. Suddenly, the human ship sent a small, fast probe toward the black hole. It carried a device that emitted pulses of energy, designed to weaken the alien ship's engines. The probe reached its target and released its payload. The alien ship shuddered as power systems failed one by one. The captain barked orders to repair the damage, but time was running out. Their vessel creaked under the strain of gravity, slowly drifting toward the invisible line they dared not cross. The alien crew realized this battle was no longer about weapons or speed. It was a battle of survival against nature itself. Meanwhile, the human crew prepared for the final phase of their plan. The commander gave quiet instructions to increase the tractor beam's power, using energy from the black hole itself. The ship's engines roared as they pulled the massive warship even closer. The aliens fired their last weapons, desperate to break free. But every attack was absorbed by human defenses. The alien captain stared at the stars, knowing they faced a fate few had seen. They could not escape the pull. They could only hope for mercy. The human ship remained steady, a beacon of control and courage. The crew worked together, knowing this moment was crucial. They trusted their commander's judgment and the years of training behind their strategy. This was the kind of fight humans excelled at, using brains over brawn. Outside, the black hole's event horizon glowed faintly, a border between life and death. The alien warship crept closer, its engines failing, its weapons silent. The captain finally spoke, his voice low but honest. "We underestimated you humans. This is more than we imagined." The human commander replied calmly, "We do not fear the unknown. We learn and adapt. That is why we survive." His words echoed inside the small ship, a reminder of humanity's strength. The alien crew watched helplessly as the black hole's gravity stretched their ship's hull. They could feel the crushing force pushing them toward oblivion. Some cried out, others stood silent. The captain closed his eyes, accepting what was to come. The human ship slowly powered down its tractor beam, allowing the warship to cross the event horizon. The massive vessel disappeared into the black hole's dark center. Space seemed to hold its breath in that moment. A quiet calm after the storm. The humans did not celebrate loudly. They understood the weight of their victory. This was not just a battle won. It was a message sent across the galaxy. A warning that humans were no longer weak or simple. They were a force to be reckoned with. As the black hole settled back to its natural state, the human ship turned away and began its journey home. The crew remained silent, reflecting on the battle and what it meant for their future. They knew challenges awaited them, but they were ready. Back in the alien space, shock and disbelief filled the void. News of the lost warship spread quickly. Other alien races listened and watched closely, reconsidering their own views on humanity. The galaxy was changing, and the humans stood at its center. The human commander looked at the stars ahead. He felt pride, but also caution. This victory was important, but the real fight was just beginning. With every challenge, humans grew stronger, smarter, and more united. In the vastness of space, where dangers lurked at every turn, the human spirit shone brightly. It was a light that refused to be dimmed by fear or hate. This was the future they chose, bold, clever, and unyielding. The galaxy would remember this day as the moment humans changed the rules, not by sheer force alone, but by mastering the unknown and facing it without fear. That was the true power of humanity. And so, the story continued, a tale of strength and hope written among the stars. The alien warship hovered near the edge of the black hole's pull, its massive frame groaning under pressure. Inside the command room, the atmosphere had shifted. Confidence had faded, replaced by unease and doubt. Officers paced the corridors, whispering in low tones. The warship's sensors kept blinking warnings, signals of the growing danger. The captain stood at the front, his jaw tight, eyes scanning the starfield beyond the viewports, searching for a solution that seemed harder to find with every passing moment. A young officer approached the captain, her voice shaky but firm. "Sir, our engines are failing faster than we predicted. The human's tractor beam and the black hole's gravity are tearing through our systems." The captain clenched his fists. "How much time do we have before we cross the event horizon?" He stared at the glowing display that showed their shrinking distance. "Minutes, maybe less." The crew exchanged worried looks. Many had believed the humans were no real threat. Now, reality pressed in like the black hole's invisible grip. The captain's pride fought with the cold truth. Their warship might soon be lost, swallowed whole by the dark abyss. In the human ship nearby, the commander observed the alien warship's reactions carefully. His crew felt the rising tension through their instruments. "They are losing hope," he said quietly. "Our plan is working. Keep the pressure steady." Back on the alien ship, the captain gathered his senior officers. "We underestimated them," he admitted. "Their control over that black hole is unlike anything we've faced." One officer asked, "Should we attempt to retreat?" The captain shook his head. "The tractor beam holds us fast. Any sudden move risks tearing the ship apart." The alien crew tried to find weaknesses in the human's trap. Engineers scrambled to reroute power, repair damaged systems, and recalibrate weapons. Yet, every attempt met resistance. The human shields absorbed attacks flawlessly, while their tractor beam grew stronger, powered by the very forces of the black hole. Voices grew tense as some aliens questioned their leader's decisions. A faction wanted to surrender, to save what they could. Another urged fight to the last breath, blaming the humans' unexpected tactics. The captain felt the weight of command heavier than ever. His ship was more than metal and weapons. It was the pride of his people. He could not allow defeat to be so easy. In a quieter part of the ship, an older alien officer sat alone, staring at a small hollow screen. He replayed the humans' messages, their calm warnings. "They fight with more than weapons," he muttered. "They fight with mind and heart. We have not truly known them." His thoughts were interrupted by a young recruit entering nervously. "Sir, the gravity is pulling harder. Some systems are failing." The officer sighed deeply. "Prepare for whatever comes next," he said softly. "We must face the unknown." Meanwhile, the humans prepared their next move. Their engineers fine-tuned the tractor beam, balancing power and control. Their scientists monitored the black hole, adjusting their devices to maximize pull without risking their own ship. Every member of the crew understood the risks, yet their confidence was steady. Years of training and trust in one another had prepared them for this moment. The human commander stood before a window, watching the alien warship inch closer to the black hole's edge. "This is more than battle," he told his second-in-command. "This is a test of will." His voice held calm strength, inspiring the crew. "We fight with all we have, and we will win." Back inside the alien ship, fear and frustration grew. Systems failed one by one, leaving the vessel vulnerable. The crew struggled to keep critical functions alive. The captain paced, searching his mind for solutions. His pride told him to fight harder, but his instincts whispered caution. The black hole was relentless, and the humans had mastered it. An emergency alert flashed across the command deck. "Captain, tractor beam intensity rising. Our escape vectors are blocked." The captain's face darkened. "No more options," he declared. "Prepare the ship for what comes." Some aliens gathered in prayer, others steeled themselves for the end. The crew's unity faltered under stress, but the captain stood firm, reminding them of their honor. "We face this challenge together," he said. "Whatever happens, we do not break." The human crew sensed the alien despair. Their instruments showed weakening power signatures and faltering weapons. The humans kept their own hearts steady, their focus sharp. They respected their enemy's courage, but knew the battle was nearing its climax. Outside, the black hole's light warped space and time, twisting the view through the ship's windows. The alien warship groaned, its hull creaking under pressure. The event horizon shimmered ahead, the point of no return. No one could say what awaited beyond, only that it was final. The captain gave one last command. "Activate emergency protocols, send a distress signal." The message sent out across space was a plea and a warning. "We face extinction. Beware." The humans who wield darkness itself. The humans received the transmission but did not answer. Their mission was clear: secure victory without needless cruelty. The human commander ordered the final adjustments to the tractor beam, knowing that the moment of truth was close. Inside the alien ship, crew members held hands, shared last words, and braced for the inevitable. Some stared at the stars they had fought so hard to protect. Others closed their eyes, seeking peace. The captain remained alert, watching the instruments, hoping for a miracle. The black hole's gravity increased sharply. The alien warship's forward sections began to bend, stretched by the immense force. Lights flickered, systems went silent. The edge drew nearer. The human ship maintained its steady hold, a silent guardian against chaos. Its crew showed no fear, only quiet determination. This was a victory of mind over might, proof that humans could outthink and outlast even the deadliest of foes. As the alien warship neared the event horizon, the captain looked at the stars one last time. "Perhaps," he whispered, "there is more to humanity than I thought." His pride remained, but it was mixed with respect and a new understanding. The story was far from over. But in this moment of doubt and tension, the galaxy witnessed the clash of wills. Humans had taken the first major step in a battle that would echo through the stars for generations, and so, the alien warship edged closer to its fate, held between destruction and survival by the cunning of the humans who refused to back down. The vast emptiness of space stretched endlessly around the two ships. The alien warship, heavy and imposing, was locked in place by the invisible grip of the human tractor beam. Its massive engines sputtered and faltered under the strain, while, inside, the crew scrambled to find a way out. The humans remained calm, their ship steady and precise as they tightened their hold. Inside the human vessel, the commander paced slowly before the control panel. His eyes flicked between the readings and the view screen, showing the warship inching closer to the black hole's edge. The gravity around the strange void pulsed like a living thing, drawing the alien ship nearer with an unrelenting pull. The human crew prepared for the next critical phase. "Increase the tractor beam's power by 10%, the commander ordered. His voice was steady but carried the weight of the moment. "We cannot let them slip away." The science officer nodded and adjusted the controls. Blue energy flowed through the ship's systems, feeding into the beam. Outside, the invisible threads tightened, pulling the enemy warship closer to a point from which there was no escape. On the alien vessel, the captain stood with his senior officers, faces pale with worry. The ship groaned as systems failed one after another. The engines struggled against the combined forces of the tractor beam and the black hole's crushing gravity. The crew worked feverishly to keep their vessel intact, but hope was fading fast. The captain clenched his jaw. "We must fight through this trap," he declared. "Prepare all weapons. Fire at the human ship." Cannons roared to life, sending bursts of energy toward the smaller vessel. The humans raised their shields, which shimmered softly in response, absorbing every shot. The alien blasts faded against the advanced defenses like rain against a stone wall. The crew on the human ship remained focused, their calm determination unwavering. "We need a new plan," an alien officer whispered urgently. "Their shields are too strong. We cannot break through." The captain shook his head, refusing to show doubt. "We will find a way. Do not give up." Meanwhile, the human ship's science team monitored the black hole's behavior closely. It was an unpredictable force, shifting and bending space with mysterious rhythms. They adjusted their devices to harness its power safely, using the gravity itself as a weapon against the trapped enemy. The tractor beam hummed louder as it drew the alien ship closer to the event horizon, the invisible boundary beyond which nothing could return. Time itself seemed to stretch and warp near this edge. The alien crew felt the pressure of the black hole's pull growing stronger with every second. In the alien warship's command center, tension thickened the air. Crew members whispered fears of doom, their confidence shaken by the humans' unyielding grip. The captain barked orders to patch damaged systems, but the stress was clear in his eyes. Outside, the stars flickered faintly, caught in the strange gravity dance of the two ships and the black hole. The black hole's glow pulsed, casting eerie shadows on the alien ship's hull. The crew knew the moment of truth was near. The human commander gave another order. "Prepare to activate the gravity amplifiers. Once engaged, the alien ship will be pulled beyond escape." The crew responded swiftly, their movements practiced and sure. Machines in the human ship began to hum with rising energy. The gravity amplifiers drew power from the black hole itself, creating a powerful field that strengthened the tractor beam's hold. The alien ship shuddered violently. Systems flickered as the amplified force pushed it closer to the event horizon. Some crew members clung to railings, struggling to keep their balance in the shifting gravity. The captain remained resolute, but even he felt the weight of impending defeat. "We must try something desperate," he said to his officers. "Send a boarding party to the human ship. Disable their tractor beam." The officers exchanged worried glances. Boarding a smaller, well-defended ship so close to a black hole was a risky move. Yet hope was fading, and this gamble seemed necessary. Within minutes, the alien ship deployed several boarding pods. They shot forward like missiles through the void, aiming for the human ship's hull. Inside the human vessel, alarms blared as the pods neared. "Shields up!" the commander shouted. The crew activated defensive fields around their ship. The boarding pods struck the shields but were stopped before they could attach. The pods exploded harmlessly in the vacuum. The humans cheered softly, but the commander remained focused. "Prepare countermeasures. This fight is not over." Back on the alien ship, frustration boiled over. The captain slammed his fist on a console. "We are running out of options. The black hole will claim us if we fail." Despite this, the alien crew continued firing weapons in a final attempt to break the tractor beam. Their energy blasts lit up the darkness, but found no purchase. The human ship's shields absorbed everything with quiet efficiency. Time stretched, each moment heavier than the last. The black hole's event horizon loomed, a silent wall between survival and oblivion. The alien warship's massive frame creaked as it edged ever closer, trapped by the combined power of human technology and cosmic forces. The human commander stood calmly by the window, watching the alien ship's slow approach toward the point of no return. He spoke quietly to his crew. "Hold steady. Our work is nearly done." The crew nodded, understanding the gravity of their task. They had come together for this moment, blending courage with intelligence. They knew victory required patience and precision. In the alien ship's command center, a heavy silence fell. Crew members braced for the inevitable. The captain looked at his officers one last time. "Face this with honor," he said. "Whatever happens, our story will be remembered." Outside, the black hole's glow flickered softly. The alien warship creaked once more, then began to bend under the immense gravitational forces. Lights dimmed and systems shut down. The edge was near. The human ship maintained its steady grip, a quiet sentinel in the endless dark. Its crew prepared for the final act, ready to send a clear message to the galaxy. Humans had mastered a power few dared to control, and they wielded it with calm strength. The stage was set. The trap was complete. The fate of the alien warship was sealed by the cleverness and resolve of the humans who refused to yield. The alien warship creaked and groaned as it drifted closer to the black hole's edge. Its hull strained against the crushing force pulling it inward. Inside, the crew's fear was thick and heavy, but their captain stood tall, refusing to give in to despair. His face was stern, eyes sharp despite the growing pressure. He knew their fate was nearly sealed, yet he remained determined to fight to the last breath. The human ship hovered nearby, steady and calm. Its crew watched closely, sensing the moment was coming when the final move would decide everything. The commander studied the readings, then nodded quietly. "Increase tractor beam power to maximum," he ordered. The crew responded swiftly, the ship humming as energy surged through the systems. Outside, the invisible grip on the alien vessel tightened. Inside the alien ship, alarms blared loudly. Systems flickered and died one after another. The captain barked orders, trying to hold the crew together. "Brace for impact. We face oblivion, but we will not surrender." His voice echoed through the corridors. Some crew members steadied themselves, others whispered last words to loved ones far away. The alien officers scrambled to their stations, attempting desperate repairs, but the damage was severe. The black hole's gravity, amplified by the humans' technology, pulled relentlessly. The ship's engines were nearly dead, and weapons systems were offline. There was no escape. On the human vessel, the crew prepared for the climactic moment. The science officer monitored the black hole's strange waves, carefully controlling their devices to keep their own ship safe while pushing the enemy toward doom. Their training and courage shone through as they worked with quiet precision. Suddenly, the alien captain sent a message. "You win this battle," he admitted, voice heavy with respect. "But humanity has earned our fear and admiration." The human commander nodded, understanding the weight of those words. This was not just victory. It was a turning point in the galaxy's story. The alien warship crossed the event horizon, disappearing into the dark unknown. The stars seemed to hold their breath, the silence profound. The humans did not celebrate loudly, but felt a deep sense of accomplishment. They had used mind and courage to overcome a threat many thought unbeatable. As the human ship turned to leave, its crew reflected on what this victory meant. It was proof that humans could master forces far beyond mere weapons. They were a species of thinkers, survivors, and pioneers. The galaxy would never see them the same way again. Far away, other alien races heard the news. They whispered stories of the humans who tamed a black hole and destroyed a mighty warship. Fear and respect spread across the stars. The humans had shown their power, but more importantly, their will. The human commander looked to the future, knowing challenges remained. But this victory was a symbol, a reminder that the greatest strength lies in cleverness, unity, and bravery. The story of humanity was just beginning, written among the endless stars. The news of the alien warship's destruction spread quickly through the galaxy. Messages flew between star systems, reaching planets and moons alike. The humans' bold use of the black hole had sent a shockwave of surprise and fear among many alien species. In distant star councils, leaders gathered to discuss this new threat, one that could change the balance of power forever. On one distant planet, a council chamber filled with representatives from various alien races buzzed with tension. The walls were lined with glowing panels displaying the event in real time. The room's leader, a tall being with eyes like molten silver, addressed the assembly. The humans have shown strength unlike any we have seen. Their mastery of space and gravity is beyond our understanding. We must reconsider our approach. Some delegates argued for war, believing humans could be crushed before their power grew. Others urged caution and diplomacy, fearing the humans' cunning and unity made them dangerous opponents. The debate was fierce but respectful, for the humans had earned their place among the galaxy's most formidable. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the human crew celebrated quietly. They did not shout or boast, but there was pride in their eyes. They had faced a mighty enemy and used intelligence, courage, and teamwork to succeed. Their commander reminded them that this victory was only the beginning. The galaxy will watch us now. We must be ready for what comes next. Scientists and engineers immediately began studying the technology that had controlled the black hole. They knew their discovery was powerful, but fragile. Years of research had built the foundation, but much was still unknown. The black hole was a force of nature, unpredictable and dangerous. Humans would need to learn more to protect themselves and their allies. On the alien homeworld, families gathered around communication devices, listening to the stories of loss and defeat. The destruction of the warship was a heavy blow, but it also sparked new hope. Some aliens began to admire the humans' bravery and ingenuity. They wondered if cooperation, rather than conflict, might bring peace. Across the stars, spies and scouts sent back reports about human colonies and fleets. They saw a species not only strong but adaptable and resourceful. The humans' unity impressed many who had never believed they could face the galaxy's greatest dangers. This changed minds and opened new possibilities for alliances. The human commander spoke at a meeting with leaders from allied planets. We have shown that fear will not stop us. We will face every challenge together. Our strength is not just in our weapons, but in our spirit. His words inspired many, strengthening the bonds between different peoples. The galaxy's future seemed uncertain but full of potential. As the black hole's light faded to normal, the galaxy adjusted to a new reality. The humans had rewritten the rules of engagement. No longer just another species, they had become a force that could shape the fate of worlds. Their quiet confidence and bold actions marked a turning point. In quiet moments, the human crew looked to the stars with hope and determination. They knew other threats would come, new dangers lurking in the dark. But they were ready. Together, they could face anything. Their story was far from over. It had only just begun. The galaxy would remember the day the humans tamed the darkness and sent a message. Underestimate humanity at your own risk. The stars stretched endlessly before the human commander as he stood on the observation deck of his ship, his eyes fixed on the dark space where the alien warship had vanished, swallowed by the black hole. The silence in the room was thick, but inside him, a quiet fire burned, a mixture of pride, caution, and readiness. This moment was not an end but the start of a new chapter for humanity. Around him, the crew moved with purpose and calm. They cleaned their stations, repaired systems, and exchanged quiet words of encouragement. Their victory was hard-won, but they knew many challenges lay ahead. The galaxy was vast, full of unknown threats and strange worlds yet to explore. They had shown their strength, but they could never grow complacent. The commander thought of Earth, a small blue planet spinning in the sunlight, far behind them. It was home. A place of hope, struggle, and dreams. The people who lived there did not know the full story of this battle yet, but soon they would. They would hear of how humans faced impossible odds and used wit and courage to prevail. That story would inspire many. As the ship's engines powered up, ready to journey onward, the commander reflected on what had made humanity different. It was not just technology or firepower. It was spirit, a refusal to give up, a hunger to learn, and a will to protect what mattered. Even when faced with forces beyond understanding, humans stood firm. In the galactic councils, reactions to the humans' victory continued to ripple outward. Many races reconsidered their opinions, realizing that humans were not just another species to ignore or dismiss. Some sought dialogue, hoping to find common ground. Others prepared defenses, wary of the power humans had shown. The galaxy was becoming a more complex place, shaped by the boldness of this one race. Back on the human ship, the science officer shared new data with the crew. The control of the black hole's energy had opened doors to new knowledge. How to harness forces once thought uncontrollable. This was a turning point not only in battle, but in science and exploration. The potential was vast, and the responsibility great. The commander gathered his senior officers. Our victory sends a message. Humanity will face every threat with courage and wisdom. But we must grow stronger. The universe is full of mysteries, and we have only just begun to uncover them. His words carried hope and challenge, urging all to rise to what lay ahead. On the bridge, a young crew member smiled quietly. She thought of the future, imagining journeys to new worlds and meeting unknown beings. The stars were no longer distant dots, but invitations to adventure. Her heart beat with excitement and pride. She was part of something larger than herself. As the ship moved away from the black hole's shadow, the commander looked once more at the dark expanse. He knew other challenges waited in the void, but humans had learned something powerful. They could adapt, survive, and thrive in the face of the unknown. The galaxy's story was being rewritten, with humanity as a key chapter. They were a force of creation and courage, a light that would not be dimmed by darkness. The battles ahead would test them, but their spirit was unbreakable. The final words the commander spoke before leaving the observation deck echoed in the minds of all who heard them. To face humans is to face the unexpected. We are not just survivors. We are explorers, warriors, and builders of tomorrow. Our story has only just begun. And with that, the human ship sailed into the vastness of space, ready for whatever the stars might bring.